Hello and welcome to Soul Steps. I'm David Gallagher. I was in Kenya living there, and I looked out the kitchen window one morning to see a 4 to 5 foot long snake slithering by outside our house. Now, we in Kenya, because there are dangerous snakes, we try to kill them when we see them. So I ran outside, and the only thing I found out on our back deck was a mop. So I took the mop and I went out and got the snake before it could slither into some hole where I couldn't reach it, and I beat it to death. Yes, I did. I killed the snake. I was so proud that I took the snake up onto our deck and I just laid it over the railing of the deck because I wanted my girls to see their dad's trophy, the trophy from his hunt that morning when they got up. So I don't know, an hour and a half went by or so, and the girls got up, and I said, "Gay, come out here and look at what Dad got this morning." And I proudly marched them out onto the back deck, and voila, nothing. The snake was gone. And it was definitely and assuredly dead when I laid it over that railing, but something poached my kill. And my suspicion is it was either a cat or a bird of prey. But somebody took my kill. And I couldn't show it to my girls. You know, it got me to thinking how often in life we treasure and value things, or we have a triumph, a success, and we want to show it off to everybody. And yet something happens, and it gets stolen away before we can really glory in the success. I had a 15-year career with an organization that I co-founded and that I helped to lead over those years, and God did amazing things. Amazing things were built. Most importantly, hundreds and thousands of lives were touched. And I stepped down after those 15 years. But after I stepped down in the ensuing years, I watched decisions being made, things done that I couldn't have imagined while I was with the organization, and that ultimately led to the organization morphing and changing so completely that in the end it ended up being given away to another organization. That reminded me, along with my snake story, how the things that we take pride in life and that we think are our crowning achievements and our successes don't always last, and often don't last in this journey we call life while we're here on earth. It reminded me in Ecclesiastes chapter 2, Solomon saying this. He said, "So I became great and surpassed all in Jerusalem who had preceded me," and even his royal line. "And my wisdom remained with me. Anything my eyes desired," he said, "I did not deny myself. I refused my heart no pleasure, for my heart took delight in all my work. And this was the reward for all my labor." Getting to enjoy those pleasures was his reward. "Yet when I considered all the works that my hands had accomplished and what I had toiled to achieve, I found everything to be futile, a pursuit of the wind. There was nothing to be gained under the sun." And then he said, "For there is no lasting remembrance of the wise, just as with the fool, seeing that both will be forgotten in the days to come. Alas, the wise man will die just like the fool. So I hated life, because the work that is done under the sun was grievous to me. For everything is futile and a pursuit of the wind. I hated all for which I had toiled under the sun, because I must leave it to the man who comes after me. And who knows whether that man will be wise or foolish? Yet he will take over all the labor at which I have worked skillfully under the sun. This too is futile. You know, when it came to my career over those 15 years and all that God had used me and worked through me to build, and then I stepped away and over a period of several years watched it deteriorate only to be given away, I remembered these words from Ecclesiastes 2. Number 1, there is no lasting remembrance of the wise man or the foolish man. Both the wise man and the fool will be forgotten. Everything that we do in this life, there's an aspect of futility to it because it won't last. Everything that we do is left to someone who comes after us or someones who come after us. It's one thing when it happens after you're dead and you're not around in this life to see it. But in my case, it was another thing when it happens while you're still alive to watch it and see it. That was difficult. The labor at which I worked what I hope and believed was skillfully at is taken over by somebody else. All of that to say this today. Hold on to your achievements and your successes lightly, because just when you think you've got them firmly in hand, or cast over that handrail like that snake was, in order to show everybody your great work, it's gone. It disappears. In the end, you have only one person to please in everything you do, and that's the Lord. He's the important one, because whatever you do in this life, most of it, all of it, will change, will transform, will morph into something else. There's only one you have to please, and that's the Lord, because He sees it all, even when it's gone, even when it's taken away. He sees all the work that you toiled for, and He will remember and see everything that counted and everything that will last into eternity. And that's why in everything you do, it's important to remember to please the Lord. That, and that alone, should be your number one goal. Thanks for watching today. If you need prayer, if you want to contact us, write us at hello@soulsteps.org. And thank you for remembering us as you're able in your giving. We appreciate it. God bless you.